Topic Control Accounts. Ardent Control Accounts. Paper Code 711021 May June 2015. CIE Exam Paper. Solutions with Explanation. Question. The following information was obtained from the books of Ardent. Trade receivable balance debit. Trade payable balance credit. During February, checks received from trade receivables. It has the relationship with the sales ledger control account. Checks from trade receivables later dishonored. The dishonored checks we take in the debit side of trade receivable. Checks paid to trade payables. This is the payment made to supplier. It will go in the purchases ledger. Discount allowed. We had allowed the discount to customers. It will go in the sales ledger. Discount received. This is the discount given to us by supplier. It will go in the purchases ledger. Purchase return will be recorded in the debit side of purchases ledger. Bad debt. It will be recorded in the credit side of sales ledger. Cash sales. It will be ignored totally because we are actually working on trade receivable and trade payable ledger. Trade receivable balance debit is given. Trade payable balance credit is given. Requirement is prepare the purchases ledger control account showing the credit purchases made in the month of February 2015. It means the balancing figure of this ledger account will automatically give us the credit purchases made in the month of February. Let's have a look on the purchases ledger. Opening balance we had mentioned here. This is the amount of the payments by us. Purchases return because it is decreasing trade payable. Discount received is decreasing trade payable. Balances were given to us. Let's have a look on the question. We know that the trade payables credit balance is 17160, which we had written as our opening balance, and we know that the trade payable ending balance is 8450, which is again the credit balance. So we had mentioned both the balances here. Now we know when the ending balance is to be written as balance CD, it will come here. This amount and these all amounts are all giving us the totaling expressions. We'll add all these amounts and we will subtract the balance opening. The figure which is missing here is the purchases amount. So we can determine the figure by adding all the debits and crediting this opening balance from it. This is how the purchases figure for Ardent will be detected. Let's move to the next part of the question. They want us to prepare the sales ledger control account. In question, they had given us details about the trade receivables. The opening balance will come in debit. Checks received from trade receivables will also come. Checks dishonored will also come. Discount allowed to customer. Bad debt. These all details will go in the trade receivable ledger. Trade receivable ending balance will also be mentioned by us, and that is how we can determine the amount of sales which is not given in the question. Opening balance debit come here. Checks received from customer because it is decreasing the trade receivable will come here. Discount allowed and bad debt is decreasing the trade receivable. Checks dishonored will come in the debit side. When we'll enter the ending balance which is given to us, we will be able to find out the sales figure. How to find out? Total these credits, subtract the opening balance and this discount amount, and this is how you will be able to determine the credit sales for Mr. Ardent for this particular month. The balancing figure of the ledger account is actually giving you the sales amount. Carried down balance will become the brought down balance, which was given in the question. As we can see in the question slide, that the trade receivable ending balance was 12,600 debit. So this is the opening balance. This is the opening balance for the next month, and this is the ending balance for the month of February. This is how the sales ledger control account of Ardent will be prepared. Like, share, subscribe. Commerce Lecture Online.